It's not enough to just have a good business idea for you to succeed as a startup. It also takes great leadership to navigate many challenges you'll face along the way. My name is Nicky J Davies, and this F50 Summit presentation is all about the leadership qualities required to succeed as a startup founder. Now, there are many different leadership theories out there, and you can probably give a long list, just as long as I can. You can study the traits and characteristics of great leaders of their time. Be aware that different situations require different leadership approaches. Change your habits. Serve others first. Be motivational or even inspirational. But more important than any of these is your innate leadership capability. You have everything you need within you. I believe there is a deep knowing within you of what is needed in the moment. When we become disconnected from this, then we are out of integrity, and trust and leadership start to become hard work. The truth is, you can't operate on your own. You need a team to really get things moving, both an internal team as staff and an external one too, made up of investors, strategic partners, collaborators. And if you're operating from a place that is disconnected from your values and your very core, then these relationships are going to suffer and you lose a valuable resource for your business. If there is something right at the beginning of your business journey that is out of integrity, it becomes a much bigger problem later on. You only have to look at Facebook and think about how it started with very little thought to the privacy of people's information. That has become an even bigger issue more recently, and a costly one at that. So you want to be operating from your core, that intuitive wisdom that knows the right thing to say and do at the right time throughout the life of your business, and life in general, really. And it starts with understanding why, the purpose behind your business idea. What's the story behind why you started your business? Making money, and lots of money, was probably secondary to solving a particular problem. This is what makes you a values-based business. This is what fuels you and inspires your team when times are tough, or inspires them to go the extra mile. Never forget it. Write it down, reconnect with that story on a regular basis. It will help keep you and your team on the path of integrity as you grow. Make sure you build an agile team connected to that story. Hire people that are better than you and trust them to come up with great ideas and deliver on what they say they will do, deliver on their promises. Now, I remember Steve Jobs, no matter what you think of his leadership style, he once said, "The best ideas have to win, not hierarchy." And I really agree with that. You want to encourage a culture of innovation, of ideas, where the best ideas move forward, no matter where they come from in the organization. An agile team is supported by a flat organizational structure, not one of layer upon layer of hierarchy. A flatter organizational structure will provide more flexibility to adapt and change to circumstances and help people make quicker decisions. Think about how you can actually form a project team much quicker in a flatter organizational structure. You can quickly dismantle it, form a new team for another project, another program. And if there is one key skill to develop further, it's that of learning to listen. We have 2 ears, 1 mouth for a reason, and listening without thinking about your response to what the person is saying, asking questions to clarify and understand better is so important. It will help build trust and respect, and your people will feel really valued. Remember that version 1 is always going to be better than version none. So don't wait for perfect conditions or until you've got everything right. You can't possibly predict what's going to happen when you go out into the market. There are too many variables to think about, too many unknowns. but you don't want perfectionism to stop you before you truly get started. And coupled with this, you also want to fail faster to succeed. Sounds funny, I know, but all successful people have failed at some point. I know that's true for me. Just don't quit. Persevere. Pivot, make the necessary adjustments, paying attention to the detail, but keep going. Business is all about solving problems. So if you haven't got a problem to solve, believe me, you've definitely stopped growing as a business. So look for those problems, find better solutions, and keep pushing forward. Question common sense and conventional approaches to problems. Remember that common sense is based on past experience, and you really need to be thinking in different, new ways. You need to innovate. Think about what the opposite approach would look like. View things from a different perspective altogether. This is how Dropbox came about, and all the great ideas. So Dropbox came from two MIT computer science graduates who were really frustrated with having to share information using USB thumb drives and emails. They were on a bus one day when one of them realized they'd forgotten their USB thumb drive. And so to solve that particular problem, they started writing some code so that they could share files over the internet. And this eventually became Dropbox and is used by millions of people around the world today. That's innovation. One of those common sense approaches that you'll often hear and is often used by businesses is just keep trying harder. The thing is, if you aren't getting the results you want, doing more of the same is just going to give you more of what you don't want. So relax, let go, surrender in the moment. Focus on the end result you are looking for, and the means will evolve as you go along. A business mentor will really help take things to the next level. Someone who understands firsthand what it takes to build a business from scratch. Someone who knows how to listen and demonstrates great leadership themselves. Someone that truly wants you to succeed beyond what they have achieved for themselves. So let's just summarize what I've covered here. Remember that you have everything you need within you. Listen to that great intuition and inner wisdom. Reconnect with your why, your compelling story as to why you've started this business. Record it, share it, and reconnect with the purpose behind your business. It really will be a great guide for you. Remember, you are only as good as your team, so make sure you recruit great people and give them the resources they need, the time and attention for them to be successful. Remember to listen more than you talk. Make sure that people feel heard. That way you'll continue to build trust and respect. And don't wait for perfect conditions or until you've got everything right. You can course correct as you go along, but you need to take action before you feel ready, which requires you to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. Fail faster so that you can succeed faster. Learn the lessons and make the necessary adjustments. Look at things differently to conventional approaches or common sense. See what solutions come from such innovative thinking. And if you find yourself questioning whether you have what it takes to do all that is required, remember you have talents and capabilities you have only scratched the surface of. Yes, it's going to feel uncomfortable a lot of the time, but that is where growth and development exist. And remember, you are not on your own. No one can achieve success on their own. Make good use of the talents and capabilities around you. Encourage them to also step up and move into more growth and development. And finally, make use of the great business mentors you have available to you through F50 and F50 Elevate. Now, if there are any questions you have, I would be happy to answer them. And I wish you continued success. Bye for now.